Yields. I now recognize the gentleman from New Jersey, Mr. Menendez, for 5 minutes questioning.
Thank you, Chairman. Thank you, Ranking Member. Thank you to our panelists. This is my first term in office, and I represent a district where over 40% of the people that live there were born outside the country. So I care deeply about our immigration policy. The first trip I took as a member was to our southern border, because I care that we get it right there as well for our border communities and for our communities throughout the country. I care about both parts of this conversation. The other week, we remembered those who were lost in 9/11. This was a select committee after 9/11 to make sure that we protect the homeland from threats, domestic and foreign. And I had great hopes that this committee would be a place that we could engage with our colleagues in a meaningful way to take on these challenges. And I feel like I've tried in my individual capacity to do that work. But there's a long history on this committee, this Congress, of opportunities to come together where we've not been met halfway. We marked up H.R. 2, the Republican priority bill on the border, which would have caused the loss of human life on American soil because of the handcuffs that they would have put on NGOs that operate along the border to help other human beings. We've talked about the funding request that the president has made for more CBP officers to ensure that we have the latest technology for fentanyl detection. It was ignored. I know other colleagues have talked about the Senate border deal that was negotiated with Republicans, one of the most conservative Republicans in the Senate, never even got to the House. We consumed this committee's staff with an impeachment of Secretary Mayorkas. I think there were 5 impeachment reports that they put together to try to make the case. They didn't call one constitutional expert to come talk about high crimes and misdemeanors. I mean, so when we as Democrats are frustrated, we share the frustration with the American people who look to us and want us to get things done. We know we have to work across the aisle because we're in the minority party. That's what we came here to do. And every step along the way, we've been frustrated, even on H.R. 2. Blue Lotus, an administrative operation to combat fentanyl. I introduced an amendment to give legislative authority for future administrations to do the same program. Not a Republican voted for it. On their own bill, a single amendment that dealt with fentanyl. Not one Republican voted for it. Show me where the good faith effort is. Just show me. Because we have done the work. You've listened to all of our colleagues who are frustrated. People in the Senate who negotiated a deal and didn't even get a vote on it. So we're frustrated. It's not partisan. It's not political games. It's not political theater. It's not what we came here to do. I almost didn't even come down to this meeting because I'm so frustrated. I'm so sorry, especially so sorry for your loss and for so many like you who have experienced such devastating loss. And I am sorry. That's why I signed up for this job, to try to fix the things that are broken in this country. Our immigration system is broken. We feel it no matter where we live. We have an obligation to do something about it. I want to do something about it. I believe we have folks who have worked in CBP. We have folks who are sheriffs. Do you look to Congress and us as legislators for solutions to some of the challenges that you're all facing?
Yes.
Sir?
Yes, definitely. I consider that to be your job.
It is. And if I were a resident or you're a sheriff, I would look for you to make sure that our communities are safe. This is a two-way street. We listen. We show up to these committee hearings and listen to all the things that you are facing, that Border Patrol agents are facing, that border communities are facing. We listen, and I just wish we were doing more. So just know that I'm committed to trying to take on these challenges. So many of us really are. You may not see that here in this committee. You may not see that today. But rest assured, we're going to keep trying, and we're going to try to get to better places for all residents, both of our districts and throughout the country. So thank you all for being here today. Thank you for all that you do to advocate for these issues. I yield back.
Gentlemen.